Hey Vivian, what's up? It's Uncle Nick, and I decided I wanted to make you another video on science. And so, what we're going to talk about today, since we're going to eat Thanksgiving dinner soon in just about 2 days, we're going to be eating a lot of food. And so the science I decided to share with you today is on the digestive system. Yeah, so that's how our food gets turned. Our food. Oh no, why is it doing that? I hate when it does that. Alright, when our food gets turned into energy. So let's try this again here. Alright, so we're going to be turning our food that we eat, nom nom nom, that gets turned into energy. And energy is what we use to run around and play and throw things and run in the grass and swim in the water. We use energy. So we're going to see how we turn our food into energy. Cool. Well, to do that, it all begins with the mouth. And so this Thanksgiving, we're going to be eating a lot of mashed potatoes like this guy is. We're going to be taking a big bite, and that's where digestion begins. Digestion begins in the mouth. Yeah, and it actually begins a little bit even before we start to eat, because when we see food, we start to drool a little bit. We start to get saliva in our mouths because we get hungry. And so digestion begins right there in the mouth. And we call that mechanical digestion. It means we chew. So what do we use to chew our food? What do we use to chew our food? Our teeth. We use our teeth to break down the food and chew it all up to make it into little pieces so we could swallow it. We couldn't swallow that whole celery stick right there. It's too big, so we need to chew it up. And that's mechanical digestion, breaking it apart. We also use another type of digestion, and that digestion is called chemical digestion. And so we use some chemicals, some liquids to digest. And so what we have in our mouths are called salivary glands. They make saliva, they make spit. So that spit that you have in your mouth, that is saliva. And so what that does is that gets all over your food and makes it mushy. It breaks it down chemically and makes it mushy. And we're not the only ones that do that. We're not the only ones that have saliva. Little doggies do too. See, you can see his saliva right there when he drools. And so that means he's hungry and he wants to eat some food. Nom, 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 nom. And so we've got both mechanical and chemical digestion. And so when we eat our food, like on Thanksgiving, and take a bite of mashed potatoes, we're going to chew it up mechanically, and then our saliva is going to break it down chemically. Cool. Then, once it goes into our mouth and we chew it up right into here, all right, there's our mouth. It goes down our body and into the stomach. All right, and this is our stomach. It's what it looks like. It looks like a big kidney bean. And so our food goes in there. So let's look at the food that went in there here. What did we have? Oh, we had a hamburger. All right, so the food goes from our mouth down into our stomach, and our stomach is the place that holds onto the food. And in our stomach, we have some acid. We have this really strong acid right here, and it attacks that food. So this is like that acid that breaks down the rest of the food and makes it disappear. But it didn't really disappear. It just got dissolved, and now it's just all liquidy. And so this is our stomach acid. So we have acid in our stomach that breaks down that food. All right, and then here's the happy stomach right here. So we did have our hamburger right here, and it got dissolved. and then it travels down into our intestines. And so this is the place where we take that food and give it to the rest of the body. And so that is called our don't do that. Don't know why it does that. Oh, it took away my whole word. No! Alright, let's try this again. Intestine. So these are our intestines. Right here, this is our large intestine, and this is our small intestine. And right here I have some carrots. And so we ate the carrots and it got all mushed up. What was that stuff called that was in the stomach that broke it all down? Yeah, it was acid, stomach acid. So it broke down parts of the carrots, and then the carrots traveled down into the intestines, and the intestines are really important. That's where all the little pieces of food that we call nutrients, the little pieces of food, are now going to go out to the rest of the body from here. And so all that food that you ate is now going out into the body. And how does it travel? Well, it travels through the blood. And so if you can imagine that last picture, here was where the stomach was, right here. And then here's where the intestines were. Well, all the little bits of food, they go into the blood. And the blood travels all over the body, all the way down to your fingers, all the way down to your toes, and even up into your head, because your brain needs food also. And so all that food and energy, your brain needs energy, all that food and energy goes all over the body. And so it travels all over from the stomach and the intestines to the head and to the arm and all the way down to the fingers and all the way down to the toes, all through your blood. So your food is moving all through your blood. That's kind of cool. And then once it gets out to your arm and your leg, it then goes to special things that make you strong. What makes you strong and be able to push things and lift things and walk around and run fast? What are those things called? Muscles. Yeah, so check this out. Raw. So this guy's got all these muscles, and muscles need energy to be able to do things like lift up strong weights and push things around and lift up desks and grab things and run around. And so your food then feeds these muscles. So this muscle here, your leg muscles to make your legs strong, to be able to run real fast, and even the little tiny muscles in your fingers so that you can grab things like this. That's your muscles, that's your food doing work. All right. So when we eat our Thanksgiving dinner, here's how it goes. First, we put the food in our mouth and we chew it two ways. We chew it mechanically with our teeth. So we have mechanical. I hate that it does that. I gotta find out how to fix that. It's gonna go away too, isn't it? Oh no, mechanical and chemical with our saliva. Man, I really gotta figure out why it's doing it. So mechanical with our teeth, chemical with our saliva, and then it goes down into the stomach where the acid breaks it down, and then it moves that food into the intestines where it sits in the intestines and then goes out to the body by the blood. So then the food goes into the blood and it travels all around from fingertips to toes, and then eventually that food goes to the muscles, and the muscles say, "Thank you, I'll take this food now and make me strong and have energy." And so that's what we're going to do when we eat our food. It's going to go through all these steps to make us have energy and be able to run around and have fun, which I hope I will get to do with you later on, maybe today, or maybe right now while you're watching this. So that is all I've got for you today, the science of the digestive system. And I hope to see you soon, and we'll eat lots of delicious food. Yum. All right. Bye, Vivian. I love you.